sandwich, 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 sandwich. I'm sorry.
May the sandwich artist wrap his arms around me with his
Mm.
mercy, Ty. How are you today?
Wow, what an intro. I'm doing so good, Eric. How are you? And hello, breadheads.
Hello, Breadheads. Wow, how do we forget that they're also in this
Hmm.
Atlanta Mercedes-Benz Stadium, room with us?
Yeah, we got to also give a shout out to all our new listeners, the Vlone Army, all those
Mm-hmm.
thugs. Welcome to our podcast.
Mm-hmm. All my V-Lone soldiers stand up. Um,
Hmm.
but Ty, this intro reminds me actually, did you know that Kanye West updated Donda?
No way. Man doesn't sleep.
Yeah, just like in 2016, I'm a fix Wolves. Uh, Kanye West came back and, you know, just dropped some release notes for his 2021 smash hit Donda. Um, I'm not totally sure what all of the adjustments are, but I know two of them for a fact.
Okay,
Um,
hit me.
okay, Ty, I believe there are multiple changes to the album. Okay, but there are two that I know for sure. I'm not actually confident on the rest, but there's two, and you look like a fucking retard when I look at you.
You don't like my smile.
No. There are two changes I want to point out to you, Ty. One is on the song New Again. Kanye West dropped our boy Big CB, Chris Breezy off the hook. And
Oh, with his angelic voice.
yeah, I know. Is it because he didn't show up to the listening party with Marilyn
Mm,
Manson and the baby?
yeah, you're gonna get blacklisted if you don't show up.
I know. He should have gone to the problematic trifecta.
Yeah. Chris Brown would be right at home in that group. Be
Absolutely.
a real A team,
Absolutely. B team. But
C team.
exactly. So I think the other one was on Keep My Spirit Alive. Ye changed the hook to be his voice, so he's singing the
Mm.
hook now. Um, but Ty, all this swirl got me thinking today. Um, I just love how Kanye West is able to go back in time and just change his order.
Mm.
Like, can you
No.
imagine being able to just buy your sandwich, sit down at your next table, open up your unwrapped upside down sandwich, and then realize, like, you know what, this pickle doesn't taste right today. Let me just go back to the beginning of the line,
Mm.
quite literally, and open her up and do some surgery on it. Thoughts on
Hmm.
that?
I can't believe that this isn't an option, at least for like premium clientele at Subway. There's so often
Absolutely.
I'm 2 bites deep, Eric, and I realized I made a fatal error, or there was an opportunity that I missed out on, perhaps
Mm-hmm.
with an addition of a sauce or vegetable. But there's no
Mm-hmm.
reason I can't pop the hood, walk over to the counter, and just do some adjustments. Like there's no reason we can't do that. Even like
Mm-hmm.
maybe at the 6 inch halftime, we bring the other half back. Hey coach,
Mm-hmm.
here's some tips. Let's
Mm-hmm.
let's try something new here.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting, like, point in the eating experience. Like, I wonder if you were able to keep both sandwiches wrapped separately, or
Hmm.
sorry, one sandwich, two halves wrapped separately. Could you like eat one, and then is that an opportunity to like bring the other one back to the beginning of the
Mm.
line? Because you know what, like, I understand if you don't want the bite that I've been chewing on to be on the cutting board.
Hmm.
But
I
if
could
it's
tell you're obviously concerned with the logistics of the hygienics, but I would say
mhm,
don't worry about that, King.
don't worry about it.
Like you think that whatever's in your mouth right now is got more germs than whatever's like festering in the tuna.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That tuna's been there for like 6 hours, and you're worried about what's in your mouth.
That's a really good point. I mean,
I
I think they should just go for it. I think they should give you the option, especially to premium Subway clientele like us.
I would really like this. I think it's a really awesome idea to give your sandwich a system upgrade halfway through. tweak what was going wrong. And then it's also like, it's very, at a restaurant, you are eating the food within arm's reach of the kitchen. At Subway, as soon as the sandwich is your hand, within 2 steps, you're sitting down. Like you basically trip into a booth and start eating. You get a long jump into your chair.
You're painting this picture so well. I love it.
So it's not like that at other restaurants. At other restaurants, you need to like, the kitchen is tucked away. It's hidden from sight. They don't want you to know what goes on in there. It doesn't matter if it's a Michelin-starred place or even McDonald's. They hide that shit. But unless you're going to like a sushi restaurant, perhaps, a sushi train. But we're not running a sushi train here. We're running a Subway train.
And Subway's running a train on you.
That's a fact.
But you know what?
Choo.
All aboard. But Ty, you're right, because Subway has this like weird arrogance associated with it. It's like, we're gonna like make this in front of you. We're not gonna hide the fact that like we don't even know what we're doing. Whereas like at Pepino's, they don't know what they're doing either, but they're gonna hide that, and then you're gonna eat the finished product, and you're gonna make your assessment based on that.
It's like the equivalent of going to, it's like going to bad improv versus bad Broadway. You know, they're both a show, but one of them is openly admitting they don't know what they're doing.
It's like we literally do not know what we're doing until we are faced with a choice between lettuce and green peppers.
They do look the same.
Wow, Ty. So, I mean, I would love, you could call it arrogance, I guess, or you can call it like, transparency. They're willing to just say like, listen, like we're just doing this. We're just putting these vegetables on the bread, and that's it. But in return, I would like a little bit of humility to be allowed as well. Like I want to say like, you know what, cancel that, or you know what, can you undo this? Can I hit Command-Z on these black olives today? Can you just, give me another shot here?
Can I put the cucumbers back?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, you should also be able to like swap out a side dish too. Like if you like, it reminds me of the time we got some macaroni and that was just like the worst, most watery. It wasn't even good as like craft dinner. And I just wanted to like sub that out for like 7 cookies.
I did scoop a few spoonfuls of the macaroni into my sandwich, which kind of functioned like a sauce because it was so liquidy. That was a pass, but macaroni standstill was a fail.
Macaroni a la carte, no go.
No go. I would have loved to take that back behind the counter and swap it for I would take a fucking bowl full of marinara sauce over that. Absolutely. Just scoop me some marinara sauce.
A la carte, more like a la fart.
It does bring up this idea though, is like with the side dishes, we've talked in the past about like combining them with sandwiches, but we never talk about using the side dishes or using the catalog of Subway vegetable sauces and meats in order to level up the side dishes, Eric. So that macaroni, we could have saved that macaroni if they just scooped some marinara into it. There, bam, rosé sauce, a little thicker, yum. Perhaps you could even get a little bit of extra vegetables in there, some sliced tomato. Maybe they could dice me the tomato before they put it in there and get a little chunkies,
Exactly. Dice some tomato in there, make it chunky, maybe chop up some bacon, give it a little bacon bit action, turn into like a chili almost.
Yeah, that would be really good. A little bit of black olives, a little bit of wilted spinach would look good because the spinach is already wilted.
Absolutely. I would love to customize my side dishes, Ty. I would also love to maybe even like edit them.
Okay.
Like I want to like take the macaroni, just wash it in the sink, get rid of all that gross cheese shit. Maybe throw that in a pan, put some cheese on it, put that in the toaster, make a little baked macaroni moment. What say you, Ty?
I love that. And you get that sprinkled bacon in there. You got yourself a carbonara.
Absolutely. little cracked black pepper on there, which is
Ooh.
already cracked for us.
Hmm. Pre-cracked pepper.
Cracked
Yeah, so
pepper,
this is
baby.
fun. I love these edits. The other opportunity space is soup, Eric. We
Hmm.
never order the soup, but there's all big ass vats of bubbling fluid at the back. And I'm not talking
Hmm.
about the buble. I'm talking about the black bean soup, the crema de mushroom, the soup de jour.
Absolutely. You know the one you if you see a pot in the bag with like a rim of foam just like around it, that's the
Mm-hmm.
soup, baby. You already
Yeah,
know.
soup of the day right there.
Oh yeah. And let me
Yum.
tell you, it's been the soup of the day for a long time because we can't get rid of that thing.
Soup of the quarter.
Exactly. Quarterly soup.
Yeah. So like obviously I'm not going to order that because it's old and it's boring. But
Hmm.
if I had the opportunity to inject new life into it, maybe via some
Hmm.
uh, chipotle sauce, perhaps a little
Hmm.
kick, that could be
Hmm.
fun.
Hmm.
Maybe I want to
But
sprinkle some Parmigiano.
I would love that. But you know what, Ty? What you might get a kick out of is not the same as what somebody punching in at 7 a.m. might get a kick out of as well. Because you know what, they might not have the tool set in order to be able to make modifications to a soup, for example. A sandwich, everyone understands what a sandwich is. They can
Mm.
put what they want in there, they can choose their meats. Very, very easy. But when it comes to genetically modifying a liquid-based meal, so a whole lot can go wrong there.
That's a good point.
So what do
And
we
we're
do,
not
Ty?
even. I, I don't know what there's much we can do. I think we need to lean into our artists, Eric. They are professional improvisers after all.
Hmm.
When in doubt,
Absolutely.
ask your artist. That should be the golden rule of Subway.
Absolutely. Ask your artist. Ask me anything.
Ask me anything.
Wow.
Um, the other challenge with soup though is there's more environmental factors that are problematic with the soup selection because if you have this bubbling quarterly bucket that is not being monitored or actively scooped from, there's a good chance that an animal might climb in there and die.
We've it hits close to home, Ty, this
It hits
story.
close to home. This is a common problem in the Vancouver downtown east side with soups.
Yeah,
So,
specifically soups and finding little creatures in there.
so it would be
Um,
shocking to scoop a little mouse out, a little mouse carcass, or
hmm.
perhaps a bird. I don't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
what else might climb in there.
The next bird you scoop out of your soup, it's not going to be a confit duck leg. It's going to be the leg of a rodent. And
Yeah,
let me tell you, it's not what you want to find when you
like
eat it.
nothing would ruin my day more than to get a side of black bean soup and it comes with the bones of a raccoon.
Oh boy. I mean, what do you even do in that scenario? I guess you just die. You roll over and die. Or you
Hmm.
start a pandemic, one of the two.
Well, if I had the opportunity to edit my food, I would take it back at the halfway mark and clear it out.
Hmm.
Hard reset.
Hard reset and no refund required.
Hmm. But alas,
Hmm.
we do not. So
Hmm.
we have to be better when we order.
Hmm.
We have to be stronger. We have to be more assertive.
Hmm.
How do we have to be more manipulative and controlling at time of ordering?
Yeah. And that's for more than just one reason. Not because we can't go back and edit, um, but also because Subway's the only place where if you say no, you did the wrong thing, they just scrape it off. Like like if you were to order something at a restaurant and they brought you the wrong thing, or they brought you like it's like you said no cucumbers, but it has cucumbers in it and you're allergic to cucumbers, that's enough for them
Mhm.
to give you a new one for free or give you something else for free in return. Like they'll bring you the right one and then also a free dessert. But at Subway, they just like look at you in the eye and say like, "Yo, you don't want these tomatoes? Okay, fine," and just like push them off. Like do a little flick, and then
Doesn't.
like if like I got tomato juices oozing off of the salami still. Like how are you gonna solve
Hmm.
for that?
You gonna get a little vacuum out or something? You gonna lick
Yeah,
them off yourself?
exactly. You're gonna fall asleep on it. Face down.
it, I have noticed a pattern at Subway where and I think this is actually by design, but the ingredients on the line are arranged from easiest to hardest to undo. Bread, super easy to undo. Just put it back in the bread oven. As soon as you put the meat on, like meat's dry, right? It doesn't leave any remnants unless you go with the
Mm-hmm.
marinara sauce. So you
Mm-hmm.
peel that off. Actually, cheese before meat, even easier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Moving on to the vegetables, you're starting to get a little bit goopier, a little bit smaller too. So there's lots of little bits to climb under the meat and make a home.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the self-destruct, the undoable action known as the sauces,
Mm-hmm. Much
is
like
saved
sealing
for
the
the last
envelope.
step. Yeah, like I would love to apply sauces first because I love the idea of that bread just soaking up that sweet onion sauce, and it kind of like a the vaccine in my arm. It's just flowing through the pores and the veins of the bread, just
Mm-hmm.
head to toe sweet onion. But however, I understand the dangers with a sauce first application. There's no way out. There's no back
Mm-hmm.
door. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to self destruct.
Mm-hmm. That is interesting. I'm sure there's many reasons why it's in that order. It's one of the great mysteries of the way. But, another one could be purely aesthetic. Drizzling a
Mm.
nice little sauce just as a nice little finisher, and then like
Mm-hmm.
sprinkling it with like some salt and pepper. That is
Mm-hmm.
just, oh, brings tears to my eyes
Yeah.
every single time, let me tell you.
It is the kill move in a sense. It is the polish, the
Mm-hmm.
accessory.
Mm-hmm. It's the most exciting part of the journey. That's when the emotions are running high. Like you've just completed your order, you've selected your sauce, and there's no going back. They should bill you like right before the sauce because that's like worth the
Yeah,
money right there.
I think so too. I think that would be an appropriate time to pay up, and then you get to go have fun with the sauces.
Oh,
Now
baby. And then you go,
it's like
yeah.
paying cover. Now you're in the sauce zone.
Oh,
Welcome to the
yeah.
club.
Welcome to the club. You've paid cover. Welcome. That's awesome. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
buddy, I got guest list.
Yeah. I'm on it's under ranch.
Yeah, it's Southwest for four.
Yeah. Speaking of fluids, Eric, I've been true to our denouncement of craft beer.
Ah, yes.
I'm
I'm so happy to hear that, Ty.
I've been sipping the mead all week,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta say it hits right.
Mm-hmm. So what is mead?
uh, you uncultured swine. Um, Mead is the original libation, my friend. Um, it has been referenced in medieval stories, Norse mythology,
Don't
English
don't talk to me like
literature.
this, wearing your hibiscus t-shirt.
Mead is an alcohol, Eric, that is created from
I'm a
fermented
mead Jew.
honey.
Yo, I'm a mead Jew. Shut the fuck up.
I'm a mead you to pipe down right now so I can tell you about this delicious beverage. It's fermented honey, my friend. My friend.
God damn it. So is
uh,
this something that I would order for myself to look sophisticated at a bar, or am I buying it for a female that I'm trying to fuck?
I think it works both. You could be a sophisticated fucker. Um, what I like about it is that it is has a similar palate to like a cider, but and like it's got the bubbly, the carbonation,
Hmm.
but you can infuse it with all sorts of different flavors. Like I was drinking something that had some hibiscus, much like my shirt, and lavender
Hmm.
in it, and it had almost like a kind of a cocktail bar vibe. I'd pay like $18 for this if I didn't know it was mead.
Wow. Is
Mm-hmm.
it is meat more expensive or cheaper than a 12-inch?
I think you could probably get a can of mead for a 6-inch sandwich. I think they're probably comparable,
Oh, interesting.
or a bottle. Like depends on the supplier, I'd imagine.
Interesting.
I mean, I only drink
Interesting.
high quality mead, so it costs at least 16 inches to have my mead. You'll need to get your bag up if you want my mead.
Hmm. If you want Thai meat in your mouth, then you're gonna have to pony up the cash.
Yes, you will. So I would recommend you check it out, Eric. There's a craft meadery that just opened over by Clark Drive. You can, after your next brewer's gauntlet, hit up the tasting room, swing by for some mead to kind of finish off the day. I
Wow.
think that sounds like kind of your like typical Saturday.
I'll need you to drop a pin for me, Ty. That sounds very fascinating.
Yeah, I thought you'd think so. I would like to see mead actually as a alternative beverage option at Subway because it's like just a light carbonated alcoholic drink. It's not too heavy, so you can enjoy it with lunch, but it still has the same kind of like fun and youthful and kind of flavorful experience as like the Mountain Dew you're used to cranking back at the drink machine.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a great idea, Ty. Um, I think we can spearhead this movement together.
Mm-hmm.
Get Big Meat on the phone.
Yeah, you can't go small batch with Subway. You gotta. That's a lot of drink machines.
Hmm. We gotta get Big Meat on the horn to have a three-way call here with the way, and let's see if we can make something happen. I'm ready to cook up with you, Ty.
Mm.
Let's get in our
I
influencer bag.
I'm super down for that, Eric. I do wish that Subway had a house cider that I could sip on at lunch.
That's
I'd love
true.
to order the house cider as well. I think that's a novel experience at a fast
Hmm.
food restaurant.
Why doesn't Subway have a house anything?
You, they
Actually,
have
they
the
have the
house
house
bread.
sandwich sauce. House sandwich sauce.
The house sandwich sauce, the Subway sauce. More of that would be great because then if
Hmm.
you could get the house vegetables, the house meat, the house bread, then you got yourself the house sandwich. And
Wow.
in theory, that should be their best sandwich because they
Hmm.
named it after the place.
I love this. I mean, we already know what the house bread is, herbs and cheese. They should
Hmm.
just go with the most regular sandwich. Like, what is like
The normal guy
normal guy?
footlong.
Absolutely.
I, I think we could dress that up for the listeners right now, Eric. Italian herbs and cheese, questionably toasted, yellow cheese. It's maybe a cold cut.
Gotta be the cold cut.
It's got to be the cold cut.
Like ham, I guess, or
Mm-hmm.
turkey.
Oh, maybe they add in some bacon too.
Yeah, man,
Because
that's so whack to me. Like, you're literally gonna go to Subway and get turkey. Like, you have so many more options, bro. That's crazy.
turkey is one of the more novel meats, though, because the only time you consume turkey is Thanksgiving dinner or in a cold cut sandwich. You're not getting turkey at other restaurants. You're not getting like a turkey leg at a Michelin starred restaurant. There's no like turkey specific um,
Hmm.
kind of fast food chains like there is for fried chicken or beef.
Hmm. That is interesting. Do you think that's why the turkey will never be extinct? Because we only eat it once a year.
Do you think the turkey knows it's coming? Like, oh crap, that time of year again.
Yeah,
I hope I make
it's
it to see another season.
yeah, seasonal depression hits different when you're a turkey.
Hmm.
Damn, that's crazy. Do we have to Thanksgiving's coming up, bro. We gotta talk about that soon.
Yeah, it reminds
We're
me of
gonna turkey episode coming up next, bro.
turkey episode. You know what the turkeys are thinking? I think about that Kanye line where he's like, if we can make it to Thanksgiving, hey, then we can make it to Christmas. That's what the turkey's thinking.
I love that. Christmas in Harlem.
Hmm.
Okay, Ty. Um, I think that's everything for today. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
That's all I got on the menu for you today, Ken.
Menu's
So,
looking fresh, looking
hmm
nice and meaty.
hmm read that menu, everybody.
Hmm.
I challenge you to read the menu. Just
Read the
try it.
menu.
Read the menu.
Hmm. I challenge you to order the first thing you see on the menu.
Hmm.
Okay, Ty.
Wow.
It's been great. Thank you, Breadheads, once again, as always. Um, Ty, you have a great rest of your week. Um, talk to
You
you
too.
soon.
You too,
Thank
my
you.
friend. Think fresh, everybody.
Think fresh. Goodbye.
Ciao.